So again, poverty in India continued, and in this I'm going to talk about absolute poverty and relative poverty. Now, who are the poor? Who, according to you, is the poor? So just go through this while I'm going to tell you. We have discussed this a little, but while you're just going through this, listen. Who could be, according to you, the poor? Yes, you're right. Pushcart vendors, street cobblers, women who string flowers, rag pickers, vendors, beggars. These are some of examples of poor and vulnerable groups in the urban areas. And these, again, we can also say that poor people possess very few assets and reside in kacha hutments with walls made of mud and roofs made of grass, thatch, bamboo, and wood. And the poorest of them don't even have these dwellings. And in rural areas, many people are landless laborers. Even if they possess some land, it is only a dry or waste land. And most important is they do not even have 2 meals a day. Starvation and hunger are the features of poorest households, and they lack basic literacy and skills, and they have very little economic opportunities, and they obviously are unemployed, or they don't know where the next meal is going to come from. Malnutrition is there, very high. There'll be ill health. Serious illness makes them physically weak. Then sometimes, and they are always in the clutches of money lenders and get into chronic indebtedness. The poor are highly vulnerable. They are not able to negotiate their legal wages from employers, and they are the exploited class. And they don't have no access to electricity. Primary cooking fuel is firewood and cow dung cake, and they do not even have access to safe drinking water. So you can see that. And so this is when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the absolute poor. So as I said, these are the poor people. And like for example, and they are the people who are living below the poverty line, and we sort of measure it basically with the calorie intake. Talking about relative poverty, it refers to people in comparison to other people in regions and nations. So that is it. It sort of measures the inequalities of income and wealth. Like the top 20% have the most, they take away the most, they have the largest share, and the people who are the 20% down below have the least of it. So basically you can just compare it. It's the relative poverty is, when you compare, it's basically in comparison, and absolute is the abject poverty that we just spoke of. When you think of a poor, all that comes to your mind is all they are below the poverty line, in abject poverty, absolutely poor.